Deep underground in an undisclosed location, this is Trent Comics presents the 1943 Batman serial. The Batman 1943 black and white 15-chapter theatrical serial from Columbia Pictures starred Lewis Wilson as Batman and Douglas Croft as his sidekick Robin. The serial is based on the DC comic character Batman, who first appeared in Detective Comics issue number 27 in May of 1939. The villain is an original character named Dr. Daka, a secret agent of the Japanese Imperial government, played by Carrol Naish. Rounding out the cast are Shirley Patterson as Linda Page, Bruce Wayne's love interest, and William Austin as Alfred, the Wayne Manor butler. The serial storyline involves the Batman, a secret U.S. government agent, attempting to defeat the sabotage schemes of Japanese agent Daka, operating in Gotham City at the height of World War II. Serving Daka are his traitorous American henchmen. Batman is notable for being the first appearance on film of Batman and for debuting serial story details that quickly became permanent parts of the Batman comics mythos. The Batcave and its secret entrance through a grandfather clock inside Wayne Manor. The serial also changed the course of how Alfred Pennyworth's physical appearance was depicted in Batman stories. At the time Batman was released in theaters, Alfred was a portly gentleman in the comics. Subsequently, issues suddenly portrayed Alfred as a trim and sporting a thin mustache, following actor William Austin's portrayal of the character. The serial was a commercial success, and in 1949, 4 years after World War II, spawned another Columbia chapter serial entitled Batman and Robin. The entire first Batman serial was re-released theatrically in 1965 as an evening with Batman and Robin and proved very popular. Some theaters showed the chapters as Saturday matinees. Its success inspired the live-action comedy lampoon series Batman from 1966, starring Adam West and Burt Ward. The plot sees the Batman, Bruce Wayne, played by Lewis Wilson, and his ward, Robin, Dick Grayson, played by Douglas Croft, secret government agents following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, becoming aware of a Japanese sabotage ring operating in Gotham City. Bruce's girlfriend, Linda Page, played by Shirley Patterson, asked for his help in finding her uncle, Martin Warren, played by Gus Glassmere, who was abducted by the ring after he was released from prison. Dr. Tito Daka, the Japanese leader of the ring, plans to steal the city's radium supply to power his invention, a handheld ray gun that can dissolve anything hit by its powerful beam. He forces from Warren the location of the vault where the radium is stored. Daka sends his American henchmen along with a zombie that he controls via microphone and an electronic brain implant to steal the precious metal. Batman discovers the plot and eventually defeats the gang after a terrific battle. In his secret Batcave, the Batman interrogates one of Daka's henchmen, who reveals that the radium was to have been taken away to the House of the Open Door, located in the mostly deserted Little Tokyo section of Gotham City. Batman and Robin infiltrate the gang's lair, hidden inside a still-open business, a funhouse ride. There they find Linda bound and gagged and unconscious. After she is rescued by the dynamic duo, Dr. Daka transforms her Uncle Warren into a zombie and plots the derailment of a heavy-laden supply train. Once again, Dr. Daka's sabotage efforts are stopped by Batman and Robin. Traps and counter-traps follow with breathtaking rapidity in the chapters that follow, as the dynamic duo continue to thwart the plans of the Japanese agent and his henchmen. When Dr. Daka attempts to steal America's victory plans, the Batman and Robin finally prevail. They oversee the capture of Daka's men and finally the destruction of the Japanese agent as he tries to escape, but falls to his death through his own trap door into a pit of hungry crocodiles. The Batman 1943 serial was made at the height of World War II and, like numerous works of popular American fiction at the time, contained anti-Axis power sentiments, in this case anti-Japanese ethnic slurs and comments. Like any other contemporary serials of its time, the Batman also suffered from a low budget. No attempt was made to create the Batmobiles, so a black 1939 Cadillac Series 61 convertible was used, chauffeured by Alfred when Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson were either in their civilian or alter ego identities. It is driven top up when it is in the Batmobile and top down when it is in Bruce Wayne's car. While many serials made changes as part of their adaptation, to the extent that they were often improved upon out of recognition, Batman fared better than most and changes were minor. In this serial, special utility belts were worn, but never used. The villain was not taken from the comic stories, and there was no Batmobile per se, and Batman was a secret agent of the government instead of an independent crime-fighting vigilante. This last change was due to the time period's film censors, who would not allow the hero to be seen taking the law into his own hands. And now, Trek Comics is proud to present, without further ado, the 1943 Batman serial, Chapter 7, The Phony Doctor.
To steal the map of a rich radium mine. But Batman, suspecting the plot, beats them to the punch.
Out of here before that chemical reaches these wires.
Rose! Alfred, come here, I found it. Oh, Sam. you lucky. These beams formed an arch and protected you.
You're indeed most fortunate, sir.
You think that half a beard is better than none at all, Alfred?
Oh.
I forgot. We better phone Colton right away.
Yes, those men will probably try again.
If I had to have a nurse, why didn't they send someone that knew how to play cards?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're sorry. You're always sorry. You're the sorriest man I ever knew. Hello. Oh, hello, Bruce. Is Martin on with you?
No, but my hunch was right. It was a trick to get your claim papers.
So these crooks don't seem to take no for an answer, eh?
That's right, and they'll probably pay you another visit. So be prepared and don't admit anyone to your room till we get back.
They caught me napping once, but I'll be all ready for them this time.
That's good. We got to stop off and make a report to the police, then we'll be right over. Goodbye.
I hope that bunch of crooks do come back. You'll find they ain't playing with a kid. Come here. Hold this coat for me, will you? I've been up against a lot tougher hombres than that bunch of tin horns ever thought of being. What's the matter? A little gun shy, eh? Don't worry. I've been handling this little toy for 20 years. Come here. Let me show you something. See that? That's my little black widow. It's only got 2 bites, but both of them are fatal. Give me a hand, my coat. Now, there you are. Now, you see? You can't see a thing. But when I need her, I just do this. There she is.
Say, that's pretty good.
Pretty good nothing. That's perfect. So you see, son, I need a nurse about as much as I need a hole in my head. So you just breeze along. And I'll be glad to see you sometime. But I hope you'll learn how to play pinochle.
It's too bad you didn't let us look into this instead of taking it on yourself to investigate.
Well, I only went there on a hunch. I had no facts to give you.
Say, this looks like one of them.
Yeah, it does.
Ah, that's Sam Fletcher, a former civil engineer. He did a stretch in the state pen. They released him about a year ago. No record of him since. I'll have Fletcher picked up, and then when you meet him face to face, you can tell whether he was one of the men who attacked you.
Well, thanks, Captain. Give me a ring anytime.
You bet. Send Everly in here, if he's awake.
Come in. Stand where you are and state your business.
I must be in the wrong room. I'm looking for a patient, a Mr. Colton.
I'm Colton, and I don't look very sick, do I?
No, you don't. That is, physically, anyway.
What's your name and who sent you here?
I'm Dr. Franklin, Dr. Henry Franklin. Miss Linda Page asked me to call on you. I thought you expected me.
Well, I'm awful sorry I scared you, Doc, but Miss Page didn't tell me she was sending you over.
Well, I can see that you don't need a doctor. I might as well run along.
It's all right.
But as long as I'm here, why don't you just let me give you a quick checkup? I'm going to have to make a report to Miss Page, and I can't lie to her.
Well, on one condition. Don't try to give me any pills.
That's fair enough. If you'll just sit down now and relax.
You know, Doc, women are funny creatures. Always worrying about a man's health.
That's right. Now, if you'll just open your mouth, please.
There's the signal.
Here we go.
Fine thing. He's not here, and after promising to wait for us...
Maybe he couldn't keep that promise. Give me the desk, please. Hello, did Mr. Colton leave word where he was going when he went out? Do you know what hospital they took him to? All right, thank you. They took him to a hospital in an ambulance. A clerk didn't find out which hospital it was.
I guess we'd better call all the hospitals in town and try and find out.
You won't find him in any hospital. Do you smell that peculiar odor?
Yes, I do.
That means Colton was drugged so he could be carried out of here.
Here's something.
That's it, all right. And they used this to administer the drug.
That's no clue. You can't get fingerprints off linen.
We may find some other marks that'll be of use. Let's get back to our lab.
Well, so this is the great Mr. Colton, huh? Dr. Fletcher, smelling salts, please.
If there are any laundry marks on this that have been washed out, we'll be able to see them by means of this new blacklight process. See that mark in the upper corner? It's a Japanese laundry mark.
I never heard of a Japanese laundry.
I know of one. It's downtown, the warehouse district. We'll go down there tonight and have a look around.
The claim papers are in a safe deposit vault where you can't get your thieving hands on.
We do not need the papers. After you have shown us your mine, we will file a claim for it.
Yeah? Well, I'll never show it to you.
Perhaps a little demonstration will convince our stubborn friend that his decision is very unwise. Martin Warren, come into the council room.
Martin Warren?
Yes. Look at the third panel.
Marty.
Your old friend Warren. He too was stubborn at first, but we soon cured him of that. Warren, step forward and let your friend look at you.
Marty. Marty. Don't you know me, your old friend, Ken Colton?
Warren, show him how strong you are. Stop it, Warren. That's enough. Now go to the door. Well, you have your choice. You can either show us the mine of your own free will, or we will convert you into a zombie like your friend Warren.
All right. I'll do as you say.
A very wise decision.
Don't close that door. Put your hands up. Keep your back to me. Tell them to drop the guns.
Drop the guns, gentlemen.
Come on. Go on.
Around the corner, but I think we better leave the car here.
What are we coming to this dump for?
Daka's got some supplies stashed away here. We'll leave tomorrow when we go to Colton's mine.
Well, let's make it snappy.
Batman and Robin to take over.
Shall we go over the fence?
No, the roofs will be easiest.
No. That thing would be a tough floor.
Come on, we'll go up the stairs.
finish him?
Well, if that doesn't, this will.
Let's get out of here.
Daka has Colton in his zombie chair. Will he force him to give up the radium mine? And there are Linda and Alfred in Colton's cabin. What's going on there? Don't fail to see Lured by Radium, Chapter 8 of Batman, at this theater next week.